Azerbaijan Tower was a proposed 1,050 meter or 3,445 foot tall building in Khazar Islands of Azerbaijan, which is an artificial island development in south of Baku. Now, the building architectural style was neo-futurism, which to me seems a little not as doesn't seem that modern, but I like the design. Its cost would have been $2 to $3 billion, which with 189 floors, over 7.5 million square feet of floor space, and 69 elevators. Now, compared to the Burj Khalifa and other notable skyscrapers on this list, like Willis Towers, Petronas Towers, and Taipei 101, it would have soared over all of them, with its roof height being around 950 meters and with a 100-meter tall spire. The Azerbaijan Tower really would have, I think it almost did begin construction, but as you can see, this is the Khazar Island on Google Earth. Construction has began with the center of it. Like this center area, there's a 3D view, but there's construction on other buildings. The area where Azerbaijan Tower would be, which would be like right here, hasn't been built yet. But I think it's supposed to complete in 2025, so it will be built then. So why exactly was it canceled? Now, there is no exact reason that I could find, and I searched for a while. I did find a YouTube video, I don't know where it was, that said it was canceled in 2017, but here's why it could have been canceled. Now, first off, the reason we know it's canceled is because according to the Council on Top Buildings and Urban Habitats, it's canceled, and this is basically the best website to look at the status of skyscrapers or which skyscrapers are the tallest. This is basically the website that determines the height of a building by its spire and stuff like that. So the first reason could have been because Azerbaijan simply is not the wealthiest country. According to organproject.org, in Azerbaijan's rural areas, people suffer from poor infrastructure and limited agricultural production. This is due to inadequate access to services and equipment and rising food prices. Farmers struggle to compete in domestic markets and develop beyond subsistence levels of production. Now, another thing is Azerbaijan really would have had a hard time paying for this project. Now, construction did begin as seen on this image as well, but according to Wikipedia, the stated plan for the $100 billion project would have been for $30 billion to come from foreign investors and another $30 million from apartment sales, meaning that $60 billion would have been covered. The $40 billion probably would have had to come from Azerbaijan itself, which only has a GDP of $42 billion, which is basically would have been really hard for the country to pay off. And even without Azerbaijan Tower, it still would have cost $97 billion, which would still be really hard for the entire country to pay for. So construction did begin, so that probably wasn't the reason. So why? Now, simply the people of Azerbaijan probably didn't think this was a very good idea. Azerbaijan's GDP per capita is on average $4,214 US, which is 119th in the world, which is not very good. It has a really high poverty rate, and yeah, I don't think the people there would have thought it would have been a very good idea. Now, the creator of the project was inspired by Dubai, and probably was going to be designed to help make Azerbaijan a more tourist country, kind of like Dubai, to get away from an oil-based economy. But as of 2019, Azerbaijan had 3.1 million visitors, which was 85th in the world, compared to Dubai, which had 16.3 million visitors, which was 7th in the world. So obviously, Azerbaijan is not the most touristy place. Should have been another reason, because simply there weren't enough tourists, not enough money, and building it wouldn't really be the best idea, especially for the people that live there and the economy. So that is probably why Azerbaijan Tower was cancelled. Now, Baku itself is still pretty beautiful. It's definitely a beautiful place, but that is why Azerbaijan Tower was most likely